Do video games cause violent behavior? Have you ever wondered if playing video games can lead to violent behavior? This question has sparked a lot of debate among researchers, parents, and gamers alike. Let's take a closer look at what sociology and research say about this topic, especially in the context of video gaming culture and popular culture. To start, we need to define what we mean by violent behavior. In sociology, this refers to actions that are meant to harm others, either physically or emotionally. When we talk about video games, researchers often differentiate between short-term aggressive feelings and long-term violent actions. Many studies have looked into whether playing violent video games can lead to increased aggression. Some research indicates that exposure to these games can heighten aggressive thoughts and feelings. For instance, experimental studies have shown that individuals who play violent video games may react more aggressively afterward. This could mean they choose harsher punishments for others in controlled settings. This reaction is often seen as a short-term increase in aggression. However, the connection between violent video games and real-life violent behavior is more complicated. Sociological research highlights that individual and environmental factors play a big role. For example, a person's family environment, social norms, and personal beliefs about aggression can all influence how they respond to video game content. Adolescents who come from less supportive family backgrounds might be more affected by violent video games. Their views on acceptable behavior can shape how they interpret what they see in games. There's also a social influence at play. This is known as the contagion effect, where even those who do not play violent video games may show increased aggression if their friends or peers do. This shows how video gaming culture can impact group behavior, extending beyond just individual players. On the flip side, some large-scale studies have found little to no link between playing violent video games and actual violent behavior. These studies suggest that violent video games alone do not strongly predict real-world violence. Instead, the influence of video games is often moderated by other social and personal factors. From a sociological standpoint, video games are part of a larger cultural and social environment. Their impact on behavior cannot be viewed in isolation. How people interpret and respond to video game content is influenced by their upbringing, social circles, and community norms. So while violent video games may lead to aggressive feelings in some situations, they are just one piece of a much larger puzzle. Understanding this relationship can help us promote open discussions about media content. Encouraging critical thinking about the messages in video games is essential. Supporting positive social environments can also help young people develop healthy attitudes toward conflict and aggression. In summary, the question of whether video games cause violent behavior is best answered by looking at the interplay of individual, social, and cultural factors. Video games can influence aggression, but their effects are shaped by the broader context in which people live and interact.